We're here to help each other, not hurt each other. And it's a shame that I'm talking about Black and brown communities.
Won't you hear? You or your administration, y'all need to go.
Mayor, you might as well step down too. Because I'm tired of that too. This is a disgrace that you have done.
Tiffany Henyard has made headlines once more, but not in a positive way. She has been using the talent funds like her personal bank account and absurdly asserts that people are only interested in her because she is a strong Black woman. Have you ever witnessed the mayhem at a Dolton town meeting? She even called the police. Even if the public is tired of her and wants her removed before the next election, Henyard maintains that the tension is genuine and that her opponents are the ones who are still referring to her as the super mayor. She is certain that she will be elected to a second term as mayor of Dolton.
If y'all ain't learned that yet, the mayor, not the trustees, that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do nothing.
Just a few days ago, the Dolton trustees discovered that the life insurance for more than 150 town employees had expired in August 2024 due to missed payments. As they attempted to determine how the life insurance lapsed without anyone noticing, the town's insurance consultant informed them that the company had notified the village administration, which meant Tiffany. The problems are mounting for a town the size of Dolton, and every issue seems to point directly to Tiffany Henyard. When the trustees decided to confront her, Tiffany, who was known for flaunting her wigs and flair at board meetings, was nowhere to be seen. Henyard, but they hadn't heard back or received any payments. Tiffany's sudden absence was shocking, and she later stated that she would not attend any more meetings without additional security for her safety. Perhaps she knows that her time as mayor is coming to an end unless she relocates to Colombia and completely changes who she is, in which case everyone will be watching to see how this drama plays out over her tenure. In January, Lori Lightfoot disclosed the results of an inquiry into Tiffany's spending, which revealed a payroll trail that demonstrated exactly how reckless Tiffany had been with the town's cash. Tiffany has been utilizing Dolton's resources in ways that have everyone worried. Over $170,000 was spent on travels to Las Vegas for events like the Economic Development Iron, yet there were no genuine job opportunities returned to Dolton, despite her city girl lifestyle being supported by Dolton's budget. Additionally, the research revealed that Tiffany had spent over $28,000 on Amazon alone and over $51,000 at local businesses. She even employed Jay Holiday and Cake Wyatt to perform one of her biggest single purchases at an $85,000 celebration. She also spent $374,000 on 3 SUVs for herself, paid $1 million in overtime for her constant police presence, and purchased $50,000 worth of materials for the town's skating rink. Information.
Systematic, intentional effort to shield from the village trustees and the public what the true financial state of the village was. I mean, we see in Mayor Henyard and her key people in her administration just this reckless disregard for governmental norms, spending on whatever she wanted without seeking any kind of budgetary approval, without looking to see whether or not the spending aligned with the budget, just doing whatever she wanted as if she was all powerful and had no accountability to it.
Appropriations are misappropriations.
We showed what we found to veteran municipal lawyer Bert Odelship, who represents Dolton trustees opposed to Henyard.
Every time I say I can't believe that she would do something, here comes another.
What we found are credit card records showing expenditures for the Washington trip, including $5,000 to the U.S. Conference of Mayors, plane tickets for herself and assistant Keith Freeman for $718 apiece, hotel rooms at the Washington Hilton for over $1,000 each, and a $629 rental car. Total cost to taxpayers, $9,167.
Dolton went from having $5.6 million in the
Tiffany Henyard found her
million in the bank only in 2022, and she doesn't know where all that money is today. What happened, girl? Went?
Vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring our keys to the forefront, so not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is.
Since Tiffany was accused of financial mismanagement, the residents of Dolton have been significantly more critical of her than they have been of any prior mayor. They demanded answers about where all of their money went. Tiffany, on the other hand, retaliated by asserting that she owed no apology and that all she did was for the people, and she would keep doing so when she was re-elected. Who do you think wants you back? They're already attempting to get rid of you.
Know this, I am gonna come through on a landslide just like Trump did. Know that I will be victorious in this.
When I tell you, Tiffany went completely crazy, my love. Her remarks were so ridiculous that the audience members were shocked. Began yelling abuses. She was even called out immediately by one individual who got up to speak.
They called her out. This happened right after community activists called Tiffany Henyard an expletive. A fight erupting in the back of the room. Fists, kicks, people jumping on top of tables, monitors smashed, with Henyard and her boyfriend in the middle of the melee.
Everything, it was scary, it was horrible. That's an embarrassment.
It should have never come to blows. And Tiffany...
As opposed to attempting to defuse the situation, when the person who insulted Tiffany lost her shoes, her wig flew off, and she was barefoot and throwing punches, her boyfriend Kamal went crazy and started fights. It looked like she was on a reality show, and her makeup was a total mess. Tiffany is still a mayor and has always handled people like that, frightening them and making them stumble and fall. It's bad enough that her boyfriend acted like a thug, but after someone tried to stop her, she was still enraged and unprofessional for jumping in with her fists. Even though Tiffany was prepared to run for the first time in 30 years, the Democrats in Thornton Township held a caucus and took her off the ballot for township supervisor. This means that unless her supporters write her in, she will be removed, and the people of Dolton will feel devalued and like they are beneath her. Her behavior was becoming out of control, and many people are willing to remove her as mayor before the end of her term to ensure she doesn't win the township supervisor position either.
Call of action is we are demanding the leaders that be the people who we elected to step up and step in.
In a call to action letter, the village's board of trustees called Tuesday night's fight disgraceful.
We cannot let her get back into being a mayor, and we already know she's not gonna win that supervisor seat.
Given the current situation, it is quite doubtful that Tiffany Henyard will be re-elected as mayor in the April election. Tiffany Henyard is testimony to the fact that, at any level, no matter how minor or unimportant, you may be a thieving, dishonorable person in a position of authority. I hope her foolishness weighs heavily on her. Politics can be challenging, but when you lose your dignity, leave the room. There's a whole new degree of grief before you do that. Tiffany's fight was unavoidable. Perhaps now she'll finally suffer some repercussions. We'll be covering Mayor Tiffany again as she keeps making mistakes, so please like and subscribe. Until then, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Do you think this is good? Until we meet again, thanks for watching Visual Vortex.